The first time B McFly had sex. I was 11 years old. I'm 44 years old now, right? And I don't want to say the girl name, but she used to live right up the street. Like, all right, so my block is a two-way block. I'm from Master Street. And then it's a small block that comes down to Master Street called Edgewood Street. That's as far as I'm going to go, right? For those who kind of like know me and know the area, so on and so forth. If I was 11, I believe she was 13, something like that. And my grandmother and grandfather used to party with her mother and father. So, everybody getting drunk, everybody having a good time. And the kids got to go upstairs, you know what I mean? Play Nintendo or whatever, do whatever we doing. And see, I understand why parents don't allow their child or children to go over people's houses. Because things be happening, right? Whether it's with family members, cousins, or, friends in the community that you fake call your family member, you fake call your cousin, right? So everybody was asleep, everybody's asleep or whatever. It's late. I can imagine us being young and everybody downstairs partying. It's like it was always a party at the house on the weekends. It had to be anywhere between 11 and 2. 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. So she's 13. She got to be 13. She got to be 2 years older than me. Depending on your lifestyle, 11 years old and 13 years old is quite different, right? It's a different experience. 11 years old, you're still in elementary school. Not saying that you can't keep up, but if you know, you know. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you're doing. 13 years old, you could be real active in a different way, right? You could be doing a lot at 13 years old. At least coming from where I come from, right? I'm sure if you come from the hood, it's all the same story. Some stories may be more equipped and more faster than others, but at the end of the day, it's the same story. Man, I remember something like, you want to do it? And I'm like, 11-year-old boy I believe 11-year-old boy, you've reached puberty, possibly 11, 12, 13. So you having sex, you could potentially get somebody pregnant, right? You wake up with hard-ons. You know what I'm saying? You get horny. You get that feeling at 11 years old. And depending on your lifestyle, some people was watching pornos. I mean, I think I probably was trying to watch a porno or two at 11 or look at sexual HBO special late night. Like all of that was going on. So, yeah, but I'm nervous now. Now I'm nervous. Like, yo, because she seemed like she's way more equipped. I put it in, right? And it's like one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. And everybody was asleep. And I just felt like I was too small though. Because when I put it in, I felt like my whole joint, like I wasn't touching the walls. Like, I don't know if obviously she was already getting busy. Possibly. Had to been. But it just felt so good that it's like the way I feel today is dangerous. I just my little man just was swimming in the ocean. Like it was just like, you ever jumped in a pool and it's just you by yourself and the pool is mad big? Like that's how I felt when I put that thing in there. Like, yo, it's quiet, like, but it felt good. It felt like like this gotta be what heaven feel like. And I'm talking about the feeling when I was 11 years old. Now, I don't know if I actually, when I got done, I don't know how we got done, but I felt like I pulled out. And I don't know why I had that instinct to pull out, but I feel like something in my mind was like, this is how you get pregnant. I know I probably, I don't know. I don't remember as far as it went, but I felt like I pulled out. I know she's not pregnant because we've seen each other plenty of times as like growing up. We get older. We all went to the same school, so on and so forth. But I know she wasn't pregnant, rather. But it's just, I'm trying to figure out how did it end? I don't know how it ended, but I know I felt like I pulled out. And I'm not going to say it turned me into, like, I started smelling myself. I started acting grown or stuff like that. I feel like everything that I was doing, I was still doing it, whether I was going to have sex at 11 years old or not. But I know my manhood didn't fit her vagina at all. I'm sorry. I say all that to say this. It's a feeling. Sex is a feeling it's one of the best feelings. However, it's dangerous. Because let's say she was having sex with other men, right? Older men. I could have caught a disease at 11 years old. Because I'm sure she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was having sex. Trust me. With older men too. And I advise, if you're young, if you have young kids, I advise you to keep them away from it. Try not to show them nothing sexual. You could talk about it, but showing them may pique an interest in their soul, where they want to do it themselves. I loved it, but I hated it at the same time. As I got older, I started to hate the fact that I was having sex at a young age. And I'm going to get into with the first time, not just having sex, but having sex with older women. But yeah, at 11 years, and I'm sure it's a lot of people that can contest to having sex at 11 years old. I remember one time, like, just like growing up and you masturbating or whatever, and it used to be a feeling like I'm ready to come, but nothing came out. But you felt that feeling. And it was one time where something finally came out. And that's when I knew, like, hold up, this is how you get pregnant. And then from masturbating to actually having sex with a young woman at 11 years old, and she was 13, something told me to pull out. I don't know why. I felt like that's what I did. But yeah, the first time BMCFLY had sex, our parents, my grandparents and her parents and a few other adults were partying downstairs, thinking that kids is just upstairs eating popcorn, playing video games and doing little kid stuff. Check on your kids when you send them upstairs with other kids, cousins and all. Because at 11 years old, I couldn't control it. That's why I did it. Get into get activated, BMCFLY, and I'm clocked out. Let's go.